Hey guys, welcome to the 101 in 10, where you get to see your favorite artists from around the world 101 in 10 minutes. I'm your host, Ayasha Roberson, and I'm back on the scene with a new group. Now, this group has this fun sound. I love their song, Growing Pains. And it's definitely a growing pains listening to their music because I can definitely relate to it. It has this fun rock, eclectic sound. And I wanted to have them on the show so you guys can know more about their music and their style. So, without further ado, let me help welcome to the stage Modern Natives. Yay!
Yo,
Hello.
good day, good
Hello,
day.
everyone.
I'm so excited that all three of y'all could be on the show. So could you introduce yourself to the 101 and 10 audience?
Sure. My name is Savannah.
I'm Nick.
Desi.
Cool. And they're modern natives. So can you tell the fans, I guess we'll start with you, Savannah, what were your musical influences and how did you get started as an artist?
Well, growing up, we listened to a very wide range of things in the house. A lot of No Doubt, a lot of Frank Sinatra, a lot of Red Hot Chili Peppers and Foo Fighters. It really was a very broad musical spectrum growing up. And I was in chorus and orchestra almost all my life growing up. And then I kind of came to this point where I deviated from music and I went into science. I'm in fisheries ecology, but I met Des in 2019 where I was actually able to come back into music a little bit and have the best of both worlds. And then with the pandemic, it really gave me time. You know, we all had extra time at home, so it gave me time to really get back into it.
That's great. Okay. So since you mentioned Desi, let's go to Desi next. Can you tell me? Go ahead.
So my dad was a DJ
Oh.
in Jersey. This is back in the early 80s, mid 80s, when I was finally born, 87. When I was like 2, he found all this new heavy metal music and he used to play it all the time when I was a little toddler. But then it went about 10 or 12 years later, I heard metal again, music, because I was a little kid. I was into everything else, sticks and rocks and stuff. And basically, when I heard the music that I heard as a toddler, it felt like I already knew it. I didn't remember it. So when that song kicked in, it was called Battery by Metallica. I was just hooked. It was done. Music fanatic. Self-learned guitar, self-learned drums, self-learned bass and vocals. Went to engineering school. Like I'm all about it.
I love it. And what type of DJ was your dad?
He did funk and disco.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And last but not least, let's go to Nick.
Heyo. Yeah, I kind of had the same growing up. My family would listen to everything across the board. I think a big influence was my grandpa. He would always play. He'd always finger pick, James Taylor or John Denver, and he was always playing guitar every time I would see him. So I had that mixed with my brothers who would listen to The Offspring and Green Day and all those more punkish rock styles and grunge and punk and all the styles back in the 90s that kind of shaped my variety of music that I loved. So as I started growing up and playing guitar, and I learned guitar on my own as well, that was always a fun challenge to take what I loved and put it into, guitar or bass or drums or anything like that. And then singing I loved to do as well. So I sang in choir in high school and then did a couple of bands in high school until I finally met these lovely people up in Fairbanks, Alaska, of all places. Wow. So that's kind of where, we've all been kind of doing our own thing. And I've been trying to find my place to find people that have the same passion. So I finally found that after doing a lot of solo artists for a while.
I love it. And I love the fact that you guys have this really good energy about you guys. And Savannah just said out the blue, she was this Frank Sinatra. I said, shut your mouth, girl. Frank Sinatra of all people. But it gives you such a range of different musical influences. And that's what makes your music so different and so unique as this music group. I really love it. So I'm glad that you were able to find each other and really gel together as well as a group. So can you tell me, what are your challenges and success as a music group?
Well, I'd love to start and say, there's a lot to do. Like, as a musician, you're wearing a lot of hats. So There are so many job roles that we all take on between booking, promoting, merchandising, social media, and then, the music making of all things that, it's really easy. I'd say our biggest challenge is time management between all these different activities. But I think the fact that we all have strengths and weaknesses within them is our biggest strength too.
Yes.
Okay. Anyone else want to add?
Oh, sure. Getting what is in your head to sound the same on a pair of speakers. You have this song, you have this vibe, you have this, and you hear your voice in your head and you want it to come out, but when you sing, it's like, that ain't doing it, man. So a challenge is to actually relinquish control. Be okay with the fact that what you have in your head is not going to come true when you print it, when you record it. Relinquish control, let it grow, let it flourish, let Nick's influence do his thing, let Savannah's influence do her thing, and just let it grow as a group.
Yeah.
I love it. Let it flow. I think when you let it flow naturally, it comes so much more together versus you got to control the elements of it. And I think that's when the authenticity comes in, and that's when the organicness stays with it, when it's not controlled and you're not pushing yourself or someone's not pushing you to push out something that doesn't sound good, because your music sounds good. And that's the reason why I like your music, because it has a good feeling to it. When you hear it, you feel good and you can relate to that. And that's, people want to be able to feel it. And that's what makes Modern Native so much different from other groups. So let's talk a little bit about your music. So I talked a little bit about Growing Pains, and because it reminds me of a TV show that was out in the 80s. And it belongs to you. Oh, sorry, belongs to me, not to you, to me. What were some of your musical, creative process with creating those two songs?
Belongs to Me and Growing Pains?
Yeah.
Okay. Belongs to Me is actually a super simple song. It's the same chords the entire song, but we do different inflections on it throughout its entirety. The influence on that comes from the different styles of music we listen to. We go from Prince to Sepultura to NoFX, to Katy Perry, Charlie XCX, Tove Lo, like all that stuff. So we get tired. Like Savannah's the number one to go, okay, it's getting boring, we got to cut it short. It's like, we got to cut it short, it's getting boring. So This Belongs to Me, that song was a great example of, we had this bit, and then we're like, okay, we got to change it up, we got to make it interesting, like keep it flowing, keep a different direction. I don't want to hear the same beat the entire song. So that's how that song went.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Growing Pains was a fantastic challenge because we were trying to put an acoustic guitar with fast punk rock drums. So if you listen to Growing Pains, there's actually an acoustic guitar in there. And what we did for distortion was we distorted the bass guitar. So that song was a whole experiment on itself.
Yeah.
I love it. I love how y'all can just blend these different instruments together and just create your own vibrational music, and it just has this nice felicity to it when you're moving to it and you're just feeling the music. And I just love that about just all your music was really good, but we only have time to talk about
Speaking of flow, we have one song where we actually tuned it to the vibration of the earth. That was called the first one, Holes and Joes.
Thank you.
Holes and Joes, we tuned that to the vibration of the earth.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
if you try to play it on guitar, it won't make sense. It'll be out of tune, even if you tune your guitar correctly.
Well, music is all about frequency. So if you're in the right frequency, you can actually get people to really move with you and be able to feel that music. And it's all about energy and frequency. And it's great that you tune that frequency to the earth. And I'm definitely gonna check out. That's one of the songs I didn't get a chance to check out yet. But you guys, you make sure you check out that song on their SoundCloud. And what other music platforms are you guys on, so the audience can know where to find you?
We're on all of them.
Yeah.
The big the big ones, Spotify, Apple, but again, you can find it on Bandcamp, SoundCloud, Google Play, Reverb Nation, all that good stuff. Tidal, I think we're on also, right?
Yes.
And I think Amazon as
even
well.
Amazon as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, we try to get as many platforms as we can.
And what is your guys' website? What's the website again, Savannah?
Sure, it's modern-natives.com.
Beans, and we'll have that information right at the below of this video, so you guys can click onto their website, purchase their products, and make sure you book them for your upcoming event in 2023, guys. So they are just a really good band, especially for the high school students and you guys having your parties. They're just this really live, upbeat, up-tempo rock, grudge, metal, acoustic band. Right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Hey, you're not wrong. Wait till you hear the new ones.
And thank you guys for being on our show. And thank you, 101 and 10ers, for watching this episode of the 101 and 10, because you never know who's going to be on the next episode. So make sure you stay tuned. I look forward to seeing you guys again soon. Have a good day and take care. Bye.